testimonies. Tonight we're going to talk about the sacrifice of love and how love is not a feeling but an action. As we look at 1 Corinthians 13, starting at verse 4, it says, love is patient. Patient is a sacrifice, especially when someone is irritating or frustrating you. Think about when you're raising your kids and they not doing what you want them to do, and you want to say something wrong or you want to bust them upside the head, but you just take a breath. Say, not right now. It's gonna be all right. And you think about at work, even loving yourself and maintaining a lifestyle and making sure that you're able to have a job to provide for the ones that you do love, and some of the stuff you take patiently. And I say this, if you're more patient at work than you are at home, there's something wrong with that love walk. And I know sometimes we run to the end of our rope because we're tired and we get comfortable at home, but we should never be so comfortable that we treat strangers or non-close relatives better than we do the ones we live with, that we lay with, that we pay child support for, or we take care of. Mates, parents, whoever, girlfriend, boyfriend. If we love them, we should learn what to do in order to express love and not our feelings all the time. Because see, our feelings get us in trouble. Our feelings make us not want to do loving things. Our feelings want to throw shots and stabs. Our feelings want to talk about you. It's not patient. And still, see, sometimes we confuse the connection with somebody, the feelings with somebody as love. Love will produce feelings, but feelings is not love. Love is kind. Bishop Brunner said, kind does not mean being nice all the time. Nice will sit up and tolerate you having bad breath instead of saying, here's a breath mint. Nice will let you wallow in your mess and not tell you how to get out of it.
Child, you're mad, so stop wearing so many layers to go outside.
I just say this. When you allow the world, even your background, which may not be biblically or godly grounded, let me say scripturally or godly grounded, to outweigh what God says, your relationship not gonna work. And I can tell you that even when you committed to doing everything, if you're not growing and learning and having a relationship with God to understand what this particular person that I said I do, I commit to, I'm with you, I got you, we a team, we a couple, you mine, I'm yours. If you're not learning that person and learning from God how to, meaning being in a relationship with God, praying about this situation, saying, hey, help me, show me how to love this person, talking directly to that person to see where they at. And sometimes you may love somebody that may be less mature than you, and they don't understand what you're doing, and they see you in a jaded light because what you're doing is addressing the things that are childish or not helpful for them long term. For example, someone could be an abuser of alcohol or substances, or eating certain things that is making them sick all the time, or not eating certain things so they sick all the time. I mean, whatever it is, it don't have to be something extreme, but these are everyday things that we deal with, and we have to confront. I'll never forget. One of my friends stopped drinking because his wife had a message in her prayer box saying, "My prayer is for so and so to stop drinking." And when he found that letter, because she stopped talking to him about it, he just, when he found that letter, he stopped to honor her. So you never know when your prayer is going to be answered. You just put the prayers out there and let God be God. The more we try and control somebody and manipulate, that's not love. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It's not throwing up in your face, I did this for you, I did this for you. It is not dishonoring others. It is not self-seeking. It's not selfish. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoing. Some people are very historical in their relationship. They got a whole track list of things that happened over 3 to 5 years, and they want but like 10 things that happened. And mad because they ain't got. They the one that bad, and they trying to hold on to something. So when you get upset with them, they gonna throw all this old stuff in your face. But anyway, we don't need to be historical when that's concerning yourself enough to speak up for yourself. Once you address it, take it to God. I always take it to God first, but address it with that person. And after that, if there's no resolve, you take it to God and let God either fix them or do whatever needs to be done to make the situation better or tolerable. The reason love never fails because when you sacrifice, you are giving up something. We're not gonna like everything about everybody. It's just facts. You're not gonna like everything about anybody. It's just what it is. But you have to find something that's within yourself to make a choice. Love is a choice. See, that's action too. Love is a choice to do certain things that bear the fruits of love. And sometimes people are so jaded in their thinking that they can't make sense out of something, so they blame you because you the closest thing to them and they ain't got no outlet. Something just off with their thinking. I'm not gonna say wrong, it's just off, because it's not accurate. And when you choose to deal with certain people, you're sacrificing by being patient. I'm waiting on you to figure it out. But if you don't, guess what? I'm still here. We don't like our family all the time. We don't like our mom and daddy, but we love them. I tell you, my daddy can get on my last nerve sometimes. But I tell you, ain't nobody ever been in my life more consistently than him. Mom always been there, but my dad has always showed up and sacrificed on a regular basis. And I can tell you, he will get on my last nerves. But you know what? I say, you know what? If that's the price I got to pay for somebody who always got my back, shame on me for even thinking like that. And I mean, I had a whole heart-to-heart with my dad, and I had to apologize to him for being impatient sometimes. I just said, you know what? Shame on me. Shame on me. I've been in relationships with females where they think I did something. I'm like, how could I do something to you when I wasn't even around? I ain't even got time to be. I don't even think like that. But see, some people have such a jaded past that they don't understand real character because they ain't never seen it. And it's just like you start getting close to them, and you start their healing process and their breaking process. And some of them old demons, they don't want to let loose. They don't want to let go of. Demons like to have territory, so they put thoughts in folks' heads. And the sad reality is, when you do not allow consistency of character with somebody to outweigh the stupid thoughts that you have in your head, you end up losing somebody great in your life that could have been great. And you got to think about, how was your life changed when you met this person? Did it improve? Or did it get worse? So sometimes we don't have enough relationship to God to go to God and say, hey, God, is this what's going on? And sometimes we don't love ourselves enough to say, hey, look, you know what? This is a consistent thing about me with not just this person, but other people too. I got some negative thinking, and I need to work on that. I need to love myself enough to make my thinking a little bit better. So all I'm gonna say is, hey, watch what you doing. I recognize that the real love is just saying, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna give to you, even when certain things I don't want to, because I love you and I want you good. And it ain't about violating, being a doormat or violating my core principles. I may not want to go to the movies, but you want to go. I love you. I'm gonna go with you because I want you escorted out. You want my companionship, so I'm gonna be there for you. You trying to be there for family members, I'm gonna make the sacrifice to make sure you're able to go on this trip with your family. My hand, I may be tired, but you need a back rub, so hey, I'm gonna rub your back. Whatever it is. I mean, these are sacrifices that we do. And when you stop sacrificing, you stop loving. You stop loving, you start killing the relationship. Love heals, pride kills. Say it again. Love heals and pride kills. When you think you too good, you too whatever to help somebody that's really there for you. Something wrong with that. And let me say this. If every relationship around you is based on an exchange, meaning if you do for me, I do for you, you need to think about what type of relationship that is. It's not a loving relationship. There are some institutions that rhyme with this word that describe what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to keep it PG and let you know, if you're exchanging, meaning everything is keeping record, it's being selfish, it's not love. Now, in a relationship, there will be give and take, but it's not, I'm not giving to you to get. I'm giving to you because I feel good about doing for you. I want you good. I made a choice to do that. Will I get something back or not? And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you allow somebody to give so much to you and you don't give back, you're in a deficit. And I know it sounds hypocritical what I'm saying, but we love God because He first loved us. God gives us air, everything we need, thoughts in our brain, abilities to maintain, abilities to increase. God said, be fruitful and multiply. We are seed. Every time we open up our mouth, we're releasing seed. And some of y'all mouths are so messed up, you're not loving yourself because you broadcasting a future that is very negative. Because you're complaining too much instead of proclaiming the gospel and the truth and saying, I am a child of the Most High God. God has blessed me. God has healed me. God has delivered me. I pray that you are delivered from negative thinking, from substance abuse, from bondage, to toxic mindsets, thoughts, ideas, poor money management, I release God's hand over your life and remove the blinders from your eyes so that you can see how prosperous you really can be. In Jesus' name. Thank y'all for your time. I hope I put some on your mind.